I talk a lot on this channel from going from hot mess mom to being someone who is consistently clean and tidy, and I credit zone cleaning to that almost entirely. And one of the most frequently asked questions on this channel is which zone cleaning routine do I personally use in my own home and how do I stick to it consistently? So in today's video, I wanted to do a really good deep dive on my current zone cleaning routine. I've been testing this for over 2 to 3 months now, and I can confidently say that this is going to work not just for my home, but for yours as well. Now, before I proceed, if you are not familiar with my HomeFlow framework system, I highly recommend that you watch that video down below. Because if you're currently in survival mode as that framework lays out, this is not going to be the zone cleaning routine that you're going to follow for right now. You can take certain things from it, like the daily loops. However, you're not going to follow this to a T. This routine is ideal for those who are currently in the rebuilding, refining, or rhythm mode. Because if you're currently in the rescue mode, this is not going to be a sustainable routine for you just yet. However, I do recommend that you follow the daily loops and then also pick 1 or 2 areas in your home that you would like to consistently have cleaned. And then as you work your way out of rescue mode and into those other modes, you can start implementing this routine slowly. If you want a detailed checklist that you can follow along every single day and check off yourself, I do have it linked down in my description box below. I will say that this zone cleaning routine is made specifically for busy moms, with catch-up days accounted for those times when you don't have the motivation, maybe you're sick, maybe life just happens and you kind of fall off of the schedule. This routine accounts for all of those factors and helps you get back on track even if you do fall off. Okay, so starting off strong with Mondays. I leave Mondays as a reset day after the weekend. So this is my whole entire house reset. So this will take me about an hour. This is not a day where I deep clean anything. This is simply where I just go around my house and I reset the main areas after the weekend. Whether it's getting ready for church or doing family activities, having a busy weekend, I don't want to necessarily spend the entire weekend cleaning. So I kind of allow it to get a little bit messy because I know that on Monday I have a reset day. This is where I'll focus on tidying frequently used spaces like the entryway, the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, maybe piles of clothing that gathered on the floor while we were getting ready for church or going out. I'm not going to focus on deep cleaning anything, but I am going to focus on resetting the space back to a tidy home. Okay, now moving on to Tuesdays. Now this is where I'm finally getting into that zone deep cleaning. On Tuesdays, I will clean the kitchen. And because every single week is going to be very different based on my schedule, I'm going to decide whether I'm going to reset the kitchen or if I'm going to just spend a little bit of extra time deep cleaning areas. And so in my zone cleaning, what I'm going to do is I will focus on resetting the kitchen to a clean state, but I will also pick 1 or 2 additional deep cleaning tasks. And these tasks are things that I will rotate throughout the upcoming weeks. So for instance, if I have absolutely 0 time, only 30 minutes to clean the kitchen that day, I will focus on resetting it to a clean state. However, if I have an additional 15 minutes to do a deep cleaning task, I will rotate between my deep clean tasks. So I will pick an additional 1 or 2 things to do that day in that area. So in the kitchen, 1 week I may choose to deep clean the refrigerator and the microwave. Another week I may choose to clean the baseboards and the cabinets. Another week I may choose to do the garbage disposal and the dishwasher. So I always have rotating deep cleaning tasks that I'm doing so that within about a month, 5 or 6 weeks, I am getting the entire space deep cleaned. Now moving on to Wednesdays, I will deep clean our bathroom. And again, if I have absolutely no time, I will just reset things. I will clean the toilets, I will clean the mirrors, and I will clean the sinks, and I will vacuum the floors. However, if I do have extra time that week, I will spend it on things like cleaning the bathtub, the shower doors, the floors. I will pick something that typically will take me an additional 15 to 20 minutes, but again, it's going to do a deep clean. The entire process should not take you more than about 30 minutes to an hour. I have 3 bathrooms, so for me, it takes about an hour to go ahead and reset those. However, if you live in a home with 1 or 2 bathrooms, this is so easy to accomplish in just 30 minutes. On Thursdays, I like to deep clean our bedrooms, and because my kids are off on Fridays from school, this is a really great start to our weekend so that we can go into our weekend with nice clean bedrooms. So I'll go around, I will clear off any clutter that may have been on our floors. I will make sure beds are made, nightstands are cleared. If I have the time, this is where I will change the bedding, I will wash baseboards, maybe clear off any vents. I will make sure windows are cleaned as well, and I will take the time to really just run around quickly and deep clean those areas. Now moving on to Fridays, this is when I will spend the time cleaning our living room, our loft, and our mudroom, or an entryway if that's what you have. So because our living room is already pretty clutter free, this is where I will focus on things like vacuuming our couches, spot treating any upholstery, making sure the carpet, the rugs are nice and vacuumed, and if there is any clutter, that it goes back to where it belongs. Having several pets in the home, our couches need to be vacuumed on a weekly basis because I would hate for myself or any guests to sit down and then be covered in pet hair. So if I am doing this on a weekly basis, I'm keeping up with all of the pet hair, and it just makes the home so much more manageable. Okay, so now moving on to Saturdays. I leave Saturdays as an additional either catch-up day or a day where I have set aside a special project. Maybe I would like to really reorganize the walk-in pantry. Maybe there's an area in my home that I've been avoiding for weeks. Saturday is going to be the day that I tackle that. This is also a day where I will do a general tidy of the house. I will put things back where they belong, maybe reset the bathrooms a little bit. I will clean up any clutter that may be around, or I'll spend it doing a special project that I've been avoiding. On Sundays, I actually do not do any cleaning except for my morning and evening loops, so I will not do any deep cleaning or decluttering on Sunday. We do spend Sundays going to church, spending time with family, friends, doing community events, so I don't want to focus on cleaning on Sundays. So honestly, because I know I have Monday built in as a catch-up day and a general house reset, I don't stress about not doing much on Sundays. One quick side note that I want to make is that in addition to doing my daily zone clean, I also have daily loops. And so what a daily loop is something that I do on repeat in the morning and in the evening. So every single day I have a morning loop and I have an evening loop. My personal morning loop consists of starting a load of laundry, cleaning out the cat litter, and then also unloading the dishwasher. I personally try to do my zone clean routine before 9 a.m. every single day because it shouldn't take me more than 30 minutes to an hour. And that way, before my work starts, my zone cleaning is done. I don't even have to think about it. And that'll just leave my evening loop for me. And so my personal evening loop consists of folding one load of laundry and then cleaning up the kitchen and loading the dishwasher before I go to bed. Your morning and evening loop may look different for you based on what it is that is important to you. And the last thing that I want to say is that this zone cleaning routine was developed after I decluttered my entire house. I took 30 days and I completely overhauled my entire home. I went through the painstaking process that I did not enjoy at all, but I powered through it because creating a zone cleaning routine before you declutter your house is almost pointless because you're just going to be shuffling the same stuff around, and instead of deep cleaning for 30 minutes, you're just going to be shuffling clutter around. You're really not going to deep clean. You may get an area a little bit more put together, but to get down to the core of deep cleaning a space, you won't be able to manage that until you declutter it. So before you create a zone cleaning routine, or maybe before you follow my zone cleaning routine, I highly suggest taking 30 days and decluttering your entire house. The way that I've built this zone cleaning routine considers life events, maybe kiddos getting sick, you getting sick, life just happening. And I love the fact that if there is a time period where maybe I don't do a couple of days, I can always have a couple of catch-up days that are already built into my weekly cleaning routine. And then if maybe for a week or two, life happens and you completely fall off of this routine, you can always get back onto it and it will not take you much time to catch up and get back into the groove of things. This has been the routine that I've stuck to consistently over the past 3 months, and I can confidently say it doesn't just work for my home, it will work for your home too. But this zone cleaning routine has completely changed my life. Again, if you want a full copy of my entire zone cleaning checklist with all of the deep cleaning tasks included, as well as some empty spaces for you to customize it for your home, be sure to check it out in the link down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. If you have any more questions about zone cleaning, decluttering, keeping a tidy home in every single season of life, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next one.